they ask you things on here like you have to do a biography, kind of like tell them what you do, you know, your hobbies, goals that you have for the future, stuff like that. There's a thing you have to fill out about your experience with horses and how long you've been around horses and such, and any training philosophies you might have starting the young horse. If you own or lease any horses, and describing your riding and training experience. So they start this at the beginning of August each year, is whenever you can start turning things in. And then they'll send you back a letter to see if you got accepted or not. And once you get accepted, they'll give you a breeder. You have to contact your breeder, and you get to go and pick up a weanling. All the horses that are in this program are Ranching Heritage certified, and they have futurities and shows for Ranching Heritage that are like exclusive to those horses only. And so, you know, the horse has to be from that specific breeder. You can pick it if you want to go pick up a horse that from the breeder that they give you, or you can look at the other Ranching Heritage breeders and choose a horse that you might want to buy. And then you pick up your horse, and the program starts on January 1st, is whenever everything kind of gets going. I picked up my filly on November 4th. I think that's correct.
Second.
And
Second.
Second?
But
Okay. But whenever I got her, she had been turned out on 2,000 acres until just a couple weeks before, whenever they branded her and then put her in a pen. We came and we picked up two, actually, because there was a guy that lives, I don't know, about a mile away from my house that got accepted in the program too. And so we picked up them and brought him back, and I started messing with her. But ever since the program started, you have to do things. They have like lists of things that you have to do each month. You have to do a horsemanship report, progress report every other month. You have to keep track of how much money you spend on the horse's show fees, feed, vet bills, you know, farrier, all that fun stuff. And let's see what else. You have to, or there's other things you can do, like there's wild card points in the program, and the wild card points are where you might do something creative, you know, a trail course or a desensitizing course, I guess. Teaching your horse a trick, doing a presentation, and stuff like that. The horsemanship report is you have to log all your hours that you spend with your horse. So this past month, I think I spent 28 hours with my filly, and she has so far learned how to lunge. We've done a lot of desensitizing with her. She can go over bridges, and we've been working on getting her over her fear of water, and so that's a big one. And now she'll walk through water. And then each month you have to turn in a photo. This was my month photo, picture credits to Kaylin Simonis. And they have things throughout the program that you can, that they do like webinars and stuff. They did one this month that was about your feeding programs for weanlings, what you should feed them, what you shouldn't feed them, and all that good stuff. And so after that, we had to take a quiz on it, and it's really fun. It's a really good experience to meet new people within the horse industry. A lot of the girls this year, they do all different stuff. There's a few that do reining and cutting, a couple that jump and do dressage and eventing, and there's actually one that does, I'm not going to remember what it's called, endurance. Yeah. And so, you know, they kind of, there's a broad area of disciplines that they do within the program. You get, you know, a free, quote, free horse for the program, and it's a lot of fun. It's a really good learning experience. You get to learn a lot on how to train and handle the weanlings. And everybody's different. Some of them were handled before they got theirs, and others, like me, had to start from scratch. Actually, a couple weeks into owning my filly, Delaney was over at my house, and we had to run her into a chute to get a halter on her. And so, you know, that was an experience, and then trying to run her back to her stall with a halter on her and everything. But, you know, now she's really sweet. But there are scholarship opportunities with it. They're not super big, but, you know, they are something. I think the biggest one is $2,000. I think the lowest one is $500. So they give those to the top 4, and it's all about, you know, it's not just about having the best horse. It's how you keep your records and what you do. If you change it up, you go to shows and stuff like that. I'll also look at some of the things we do. So in here, things that we have to do is we have to keep track of. We have to write thank you notes. We have to make goal sheets. We do monthly reports. You keep track of your income and expenses. The growth chart, so you measure like body length and their height and how much they weigh each month. You get to do a professional horseman session, which is where you can go to the AQHA website and find professional AQHA horsemen in your area, and you get to go and do a lesson with them, and then they have to check off a list and see what all you know and what you've studied. And they do provide study materials in the record book that they give you. There's one that will list off like the bones of the horse and the muscles and then parts of the horse and stuff like that. Then you have to go to a show. You have to do a nutrition test, a video of an in-hand trail course. So that's pretty fun. You know, teach you how to go through a gate and over logs and stuff like that. Then you have, like I said, the wild card points, and then at the end you turn in a second thank you note. And you know, at the beginning, I was like, man, I really want to go in, I really want to win, and I really want to get that scholarship and the buckle and everything. But after being in the program a couple months, I mean, that still ultimately is the goal, but it has just been a lot of fun meeting new people and getting to talk with the people in the chat to see what they do with their horses and compared to what other people do, to see how far they've come with their horses and see how different horses progress. And it's just been a really great learning experience. I mean, this past year I got a colt, and he was only a month old whenever we got him. So whenever we first got him, I could just kind of push him and pull him wherever I wanted to. And it was kind of a different experience having a 6-month-old filly, because she was a lot bigger and a lot more muscular. And so, yeah, it's been a really fun experience, and is definitely something I would recommend to anybody who, you know, wants to own and train a weanling. You get to keep them forever, or you can sell them or do whatever you want with them. So, yeah, a lot of fun.
Explain what the ranching heritage means.
Ranching heritage?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, ranching heritage is specific breeders. So they, to be a ranching heritage breeder, you have to have a business working cows, right? And you have to have a ranch, and that has to be what you do. And a lot of these horses that come off of them are very much foundation bred. What all does my filly go back? She is a New Czech Sucash, and she has Solano something on one side, but she goes back to, you know, Dock Bar, and
Dock Bar.
She's actually an appendix, so she has Swoon, which was a racehorse, on her dam side, and all that kind of stuff. But the people who we got her from, that's what they do all around, is ranching. And then with the shows, they have futurities, and then up from there, they have other things. And it's like all around. You can do ranching classes, English classes, like barrel and poles, and all that fun stuff. So, yeah.
How many horses do they give out a year? Do you know?
I think they give out about, what, 50 to 60 each year.
Yeah, I think there's 60 in the program this year.
That's quite a bit. And how old do you have to be to apply?
You have to be 12, between like 12 and 18, I do believe, whenever you apply. Yes.
Yeah.
Or January 1st, you have to be 18 or something like that.
Because there's a few people in the program that are freshmen in college, right?
Yeah.
Is there a certain region that you compete in?
Nope, it's just kind of all around. Like there's girls in the program that are in Minnesota, and then there's a couple that are in Florida, California, and then I know about 5 that are actually all within 2 hours of each other in the North Texas area. So that's pretty cool. But there's no, like with the showing and stuff, there's nothing specific that you have to do. You can go to 4-H shows, open shows, anything like with what's required with the program. It just has to be a, showing and halter or showmanship during the program. So.
Is the program just 1 year? At what point do you compete or turn in your record book?
You turn in everything in September. I think September 5th or September 9th, one of those 2 days. So it starts from on
It's
January
over
1st
on
and goes
the
to
30th.
September.
The 30th.
30th? Oh,
Yeah.
September 30th.
Mhm.
Any other questions? Yeah.
Did you get to pick your filly from your breeder?
Kind of. He had, I don't know, 4 or 5 at the time.
Yeah, I thought he had 3 the night we showed up. but-
Whenever we showed up, he had 3. But before that, I think there was another girl or something that went and picked up hers. But they had 3 that night, and so they had a little buckskin and a little gray and a Palomino. And I mean, the Palomino was definitely the best looking horse there. Oh, he was really pretty. But I saw the little gray, and she was real spunky and fast, so I thought, hey, why not go with her? So I picked her, and then we loaded up the other one, and the guy that lives right down the road from us got the other one. So it was all good. So I got to contemplate back and forth on which one I wanted the whole drive home. So,
And it's kind of funny because the other one is literally across the pasture from us. Like our pasture's almost, there's like one property in between us, but our horses can see each other.
A lot of conversations back and
So,
forth.
yeah.
Any more questions?